This is the second official Geneva meeting.
I'm gonna shut my mic off.
Before we start, does anybody want to bring up topics or anything? Also, welcome the 17th and their wonderful security personnel.
And friends.
There's a few Muslims that couldn't make it. I feel like a couple of them might be moving over to Verdun. Anybody want to bring up anything before the meeting starts?
Yeah, can you kick Jess out? I think they think that we're doing ops. I'm sorry.
Who?
Who?
Jess, he's on the other team.
Oh, roger that.
I had something to bring up about the representatives thing. I don't know if now's the time, but.
Yeah, go ahead.
Alright, about the what is that exactly? Because I'm really confused on what the whole representatives idea is going towards and what it is exactly.
Doctor, I know you have some points on that, so if you want to bring it up, you can.
Yeah, I just, instead of having direct contact with leaders, especially because we don't want, you know, we want this to be kind of like an open grounds, if you will. The idea being that, you know, for example, if Lions Den and the 89th had beef, I wouldn't come in, and I wouldn't, I wouldn't taint the room, if you will. It's all kind of just guys who are in the middle of each unit who don't really hold a political stance outside of the outside of their own unit, or in the community, I should say. The idea being that they'll just be able to kind of coexist without having to get, you know, all that drama and BS that's been created by the two units to come to the table.
Right.
Kind of keep it professional and whatnot. So.
Right.
Yeah, because
Okay,
I mean,
so
most of the middle ground guys don't even know each other, to be honest with you. At least I don't think that's the case.
That's true. That's true. So it would only representatives would only be used if there was a conflict between two other clans.
Well, no, they're actually like your glorified, like, pigeon, if you will.
Like an
no
ambassador
offense.
of sorts.
Yeah, they represent you because, to be honest with you, this stuff takes away from other things that you could focus on.
Okay. I mean, I'm not saying I have like an issue with it, but I just don't see the reasoning or the point of having a representative if you're just gonna feed that representative what you would want him to say. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would I tell this guy what I'm gonna say in the first place?
We believe that, well, that's kind of what we intended a representative to be on, is for you to kind of say, okay, this is what I want you to go in with, this is what I want you to keep in mind. Granted, this is community. I just believe that we should leave it to people who do not have any bias against each other, or any past conflicts or thoughts or opinions on each other, to be in this room. Basically, representatives, I think it's a clean slate, just kind of to get middle ground people in on this, kind of get leaders back and focused on their units and what their units are looking for. That way they don't have to get sucked in by all the stuff that comes up in a community meeting like this. Granted, you're more than welcome to show up and, you know, sit in and kind of be a part of it, and step in whenever you must. Obviously, you're allowed to do that with the chat rooms that we've created. But the representatives are there to be the spokesman for your unit.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're free to change your representative however you must. I mean, we kept it along the perimeters of it being like a warrant officer or a low. So that's our standpoint anyway.
Yeah. It also kind of keeps it to where it's more of a representatives come in and don't worry about anything outside, and they kind of just get the job done and get the meeting done rather than bring up other topics that are unnecessary. Yeah. Her role.
I don't know, man. I just like seeing like that. So you're telling me that representative would make the decisions for your clan?
Not
No,
along
he
that
would
lines.
just
More
report
you
back.
are, but
No,
they're the
he would
ones
report
facing
back
it.
to me what's been said. So if I told
They wouldn't
Hogg
make
that
any
I needed
votes or
something to
anything
be
like
said, he'd come here and he'd say it for me, and obviously your representative would report that back to you, and obviously at the next meeting you'd come in and you would make your decision, or you would a call to action would be taken by your representative. I mean, it happens in the UN, it happens in Geneva itself, it happens in every other community or coalition or multilateral organization in this world. They all have representatives from different countries and different organizations that come in and will speak on behalf of the country, the company, or the person, and so on and so forth. And that's how you get things
Right.
done.
Right.
Because
I'm
the
not.
president of the United States doesn't have time to physically go to every single UN meeting and
Correct. Yeah.
deal with all the stuff coming out of there. That's why you have one person to deal with
That's why
that
he
and
needs
one person to
representatives.
you know.
Yeah. All right. I see. I understand that point of it, but we aren't presidents and we don't have to fly to each other's countries to talk to each other. So I
Well,
just don't.
apparently they escorted one in today.
I mean, like
Just
you
saying.
get my reasoning behind it. Like you don't have to. Fly, I don't have to. I don't need to fly to your
Well,
state.
let's be honest with
have
you,
a
if you
meeting
don't
with
want a representative, it's up to you, dude. I mean,
All right.
for those of you who want a representative, bring one. If not, then,
Okay, I see. All right. That's it.
Okay. One thing I wanted to bring up is I know the 89th and SMU are having their war. That's still happening, right, Doctor?
yeah. I talked to Spec, and he is having a very difficult time figuring out a date to which he can have a majority of his players on, as he doesn't technically have a sufficient number of active players, nor does he have a sufficient number of total players, and so the 88th will be reaching out and helping the SMU in this whenever
Yeah.
this does occur, only because both units seem to be having problems with activity. So if that's the case, that's the case. But obviously, I'm going to be reaching out to him this week sometime to kind of confirm a date and time, and I'll get back to everybody here in the chat room as to when that will be.
Yeah, that's kind of along the lines of what I wanted to bring up, the whole deal with the 88th sort of going against another Geneva unit.
I have no problem with it.
Yeah.
I mean, again, like I said, this is something that my men kind of are anticipating, not me. I've always been friendly with the SMU and the 88th, and granted, he crossed the line, and I talked to him already, and we've kind of settled my differences personally, but in terms of what my unit wants out of this and what I want is different. So obviously, it's going to continue. Yeah, I don't have a problem with the 88 joining, helping out the SMU. Eventually, obviously, if the SMU feels that, they can kind of mature themselves and be professional, I'll see to it that I'll support them to come back into the Geneva. But right now, I think they need to stay where they are for now, at least, until we can get this all sorted out.
A question, 17,
Yep.
Spartan. How do you guys do when, like Pickle was talking about, if two clans want to have have their differences in the Geneva? Like, how do you handle that? You just
As
bring them
long as it
together at
doesn't
the
affect
table?
the Geneva, I mean,
Yeah,
I say it
keep it
shouldn't matter.
professional, keep it non-biased. Yeah.
And if it causes
Yeah.
drama,
Just
then
war.
I say
Main
both
order
units
just
be
end it all.
suspended, but we can vote on that.
Yeah, even if you guys are going to war, if you guys don't like each other, keep the clan bashing, out of the community.
Out.
Keep that
Right.
to private, keep that to private messages, and whatever the fuck.
Just have the
But
battle
when
be
you
the
bring it
battle.
to the, yeah, exactly, and fucking, you'll bring it to the meeting, and then we'll all be like, who wants to join them, and or you guys will say, I want this to be like a little private war, or whatever, That's the same if you have beef with someone who's outside of the Geneva.
Gotcha. Okay. That makes sense. And if there's somebody outside of the Geneva that is harassing a Milsim inside, would all of the Milsims in the Geneva be forced to back up that?
Not be forced to.
No,
But,
if you watch the last video, we
you can
voted
come
on
here with the
that.
problem. Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
you can come here
That's
and come to us with a problem, and you be like, "Yo, guys, I really need your help. You know, these guys are fucking being assholes and this and that, and fucking." Well, yeah, straight up. But you know, if whatever clan was instigating, you know, if it was a clan inside the Geneva that was instigating the fight, you know, I think that's we're not about instigating stuff. You know, we're about fixing it. You know, being
We're about
diplomatic,
bringing people in.
having friendly ops and shit. You know,
Copy.
but fuck the wars. That's too much drama and bullshit.
Too much drama. Yeah. But if there is a war, just have the war and end it. Squash the beef.
Yeah,
When it is.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
Would anybody like to suggest any Milsims to join the Geneva?
1-1, 1st Marines, 1st Battalion. Good friend of mine. I don't know if you guys know Chipmunks.
First
He left with
SFOD?
us. No, 1-1. It's 1st Marines, 1st Battalion. It's a clan that Chipmunks made. He's got about 20 guys in there. I don't know if you guys know Chipmunks. Any of you guys
Chipmunk
know the guys?
69ing?
Yeah.
I've never seen that.
What? 1st Marines, 1st Battalion?
No, just Chipmunk 69, and that just sounds awesome.
Oh yeah, he's a cool dude, man. He's like he's like in Hawaii right now. He's a fucking Marine. He just got back from Korea and shit. It's pretty cool. He's a cool dude. Meet him, but what's it called? Yeah, he has his clan. They usually roll with us, but he made his own clan, and yeah, that's all I got for suggestions.
So it's the 1-1?
Yeah, 1-1, 1st Marines, 1st Battalion.
Okay. Anybody want any units kicked out of the Geneva? If you guys are drama makers.
Definitely Lions then. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay,
Nah, I got nothing.
anybody want to bring
Yeah,
anything up?
Task Force, what was it, 1-113 or something like that?
Yeah.
They're looking to, I mean, they continuously are asking me for an alliance, or they're looking to do stuff, so I figured I'd bring them up to see, you know, what the deal is, if they want to join this community or not. Granted, this is, of course, a clan that Justin McGregor has connections with, so I don't know how you guys would like to take that.
Justin McGregor is like, what the fuck?
I don't even know who that is,
That dude
honestly.
keeps popping up. That dude that name keeps popping up, bro.
This guy, this is the same guy who probably friend requested every single person on my friends list, including my girlfriend.
Right.
Yeah. I popped up on my friends list, and then I popped up on him with fucking in the Battlefield 1 beta, and then randomly in a Battlefield 4 match the other day. And now
I mean,
he
he's
wants to join
into
my
competitive more than he is Milsim, but
Yeah, I
he's
seen his
doing-
GS.
Who's the leader of Task Force 113?
I still have no idea. He won't tell me. I
that's
only
weird.
know the name. Yeah.
Those
So the
guys
only
are
guy
very
to know
private
to reach
now,
out is.
Guys are-
Yeah.
Anybody have a problem with Task Force 113? If you don't want them voted in, just step in the middle of the table.
I don't know the guys. I'm neutral.
I mean, I really do not know these guys.
Yeah.
I'll get in
Out
contact
of
with
the
them whenever
blue.
I can.
I mean, if
What
nobody
about-
has a yay or nay on that, then I mean, you know.
Yeah.
Open.
Um,
What about the SEALs?
Who's in the helicopter?
No idea. Not one of my guys.
I'll go check it out.
Is someone on their team or something? No.
No, there's nobody
It's
in the other
probably
team.
it's probably
It's
that
Death
security.
Machine.
Probably that security detail.
Death Machine from the 89.
It's
What the hell is he
Death
doing?
Machine.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
Okay.
If he does anything stupid, I'm gonna kick him out of the party or server.
No, just kick
another
all the guys except for Hog Beast out there. I don't even know why they're in here.
And Tony's over there too. On the team.
How do you get the server password?
Probably
It joined
Battle
off
Influence.
dock.
you still need the password when you do that now.
Oh, you can't
Yeah,
do that
you
anymore?
still-
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Do that.
Who's sending out passwords to people then?
Oh no, it's not a big deal. we gotta take
Yeah,
care
I'm
of.
just
Let's
gonna
move
tell them
on.
to get out.
Yeah. Just make sure they don't join again.
So, you know, I was thinking, you know, we're gonna have a lot of clans joining this community and whatnot, and you know, I'm thinking, well, why don't we start something of like a tournament type of thing?
Yeah,
I tried
And,
doing that, and it didn't go very far.
that's because you guys kind of like, in my opinion, the tournament that you had started, Doc, kind of got left because what's it called? Was it like 3 or 4 clans? 2 clans disbanded and 2 other clans backed out because of drama-related reasons. But I feel like
Yeah, well,
that's
I
only
told them to put it aside and realize that they all had a chance to, you know, kind
just for
of
fun.
go at each other. Yeah, well, for fun, but for bragging rights, and you know, it's something
Right.
in a competitive aspect of Milsim that you know, they would have taken out.
Exactly. But if we, you know, if this community isn't full of like, you know, people like that, then I think, I mean, it would go great. Tournaments, I love tournament stuff like that. Makes my guys be happy.
and we all seem to figure out if it's gonna how big the teams are gonna be, too. You know,
Right.
as I know we have some some smaller clans in here, you know, that only have about 10 active guys. So I mean, that's probably what we're gonna be limited to. You know, your best 10 people, you know, representing your clan.
Like two
Something like that.
squads of 5, maybe, or I
Yeah,
mean,
2
because
squads of 5. You
I'll
know,
say,
but
like, you know, I've been running an in-house squad tournament 5-on-5, and they've still been pretty action-packed. So I mean, 10-on-10, that would be, you know, that would just be just as good, if not a little better. It'd be quick too. Yeah, it would be. And it would be quick
Oh, yeah.
too. I mean, you gotta think, you know, if you just do it on like a simplistic map, like even like Gomit or something. No, excuse me, Gomit or something like that. You know, just the idea to pound out these games quick, move the tournament along. That way, people aren't like sitting there over a week's time, and you know, just kind of do it quick, do it nice, do it, you know, proficiently, and then at the end of the day, everyone's kind of satisfied still, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, except for the guys that didn't get to play.
Well, yeah, but I mean, then again, the excuse is I'm only taking like my best 10 players. Obviously, then people
Right,
in
right.
every milsim are going to get on. They're going to be active. They're going to want to prove their worth in a sense. I tell my
That's
men
true.
that all the time. Like, if I'm going to go do something, I'm usually only going to take so many guys. Everybody else go sit down and figure out why it is I don't take you. You know, if you're not good, you're not good. I'm not taking you.
Okay.
Right. I don't know,
Yeah.
but yeah.
And we could also,
Our
you know,
reality.
we could have it like we could have each tournament last a week, so that way, you know, every week, you know, you rotate out your 10 guys, you know, so that way. Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Okay. I wanted to bring up, now that you guys have all probably heard of the new game out called Verdun, correct?
Yes.
Well, I mean, obviously it's probably one of the better Milsim games on PS4 right now. If you guys are interested in possibly expanding the Geneva over to Verdun, let us know, because that could possibly something we could do.
Well, if you think about it, I think we already brought it up. The drop of Battlefield 1, we're probably going to see about three or 4 months, maybe. I would assume sometime after Christmas is when the private servers will come up.
Yeah.
And I mean, so that would only really give us about a 6 to 8 month window of real, true Battlefield 1 milsim. But then again, you also have the thoughts on Insurgency as well, coming out and dropping, you know, next year sometime. Probably during the Battlefield 1 milsim experience. I would assume that, you know, if we stick to Verdun even for a couple months, I feel as though that it will kind of draw away from Battlefield.
Yeah.
But again, that's just my opinion. I just think that maybe we should stick with Battlefield 4 and then kind of transition into Battlefield 1, and then in preparation If people are
Yeah.
going to be leaving for Insurgency or staying with Battlefield franchise, it's up to, obviously that's up to each unit.
I'm personally probably gonna do both, but
Same.
Oh, that's up to you guys. I just never found it to be
yeah.
very wise to split your games.
Yeah, I can foresee it being kind of a fucking clusterfuck. I really, yeah.
Just because you're game hopping, it's never really a very... I mean, I'm doing it now with two different groups of groups that I've created, the 89th and Endo Pact, and it's between ESO and Battlefield, and it's an absolute nightmare. I barely get time for one and more time for the other, and then it's scheduling. It's a goddamn nightmare. So, especially because there's going to be two different communities, so I just want to make sure that we, you know, everyone kind of gets on one page, hopefully, and they find where they want to go. But I mean, that's what I'm looking at least for right now.
Yeah. One thing I did want to bring up as well, is I know most community has a large following, and I know that Geneva now has a large following. Some would be interested in maybe creating a Geneva YouTube channel.
I don't know, man. I don't know about that one.
Well, no offense, but I mean, like, you know, those Wolf Para guys are pretty good at doing some propaganda stuff. Use and abuse the skills, huh?
Yeah, true, but I mean,
You guys
there's
have
some
that
things
little
that-
news channel going alongside the Lions Den Geneva News there. I mean, then again, it's up to you guys. I don't want to put it all on you. I'm just saying, you know, use the skills that we have. That's the
Yeah.
skills that we got, so.
Because I know, just from a few of us, I know Lions in the 17th, 89th, and I know, M-Force is, we're all very good content creators with, of course, 89th and Doctor's channel, M-Force and his new series coming out, Warthog, and
It's
obviously
pretty
the 17th, but
If we combined our subs, what would it look like? I don't know, but that'd be pretty
Yeah.
impressive. So.
yeah.
I mean, we could all kind of start like broadcasting the same thing, you know, on all channels, you know, kind of
Well,
like we're doing right now.
In a
but-
sense, that would just simply be called leapfrogging. If you basically feature other channels and show the content and all that, and you know, go from there. But you know, that's just my personal opinion. Leapfrogging
What are
each
you
other's
suggesting,
channels.
Doc? Exactly. Like what? Just a
Well, it's
channel
what
with
Lions
everybody in Geneva has access to, or
No, I'm just simply saying scrounge up all of the subscribers that one would have onto another and so forth, trading subscriptions. I mean, Lions Den and my own channel have been doing that for months now, and it's been going pretty smoothly.
Yeah. I definitely think there needs to be more collaborative community work. I know Gods and Doctor are probably going to be working together on a few projects, am I correct?
Yeah, we got a couple things coming up as well. Yep.
Okay. Then obviously we did that feature on you on our channel and
Right.
shit like that. So I definitely like to see stuff like that, and I know I've
I mean,
heard
the more
Scouser
ops
say
we
likes
do,
that as well.
the more opportunity there is for other channels
Right.
to, yeah, to shout each other out pretty much and to grow together.
Yeah.
And so it's known that they're a community, but you can't have that without without having no ops.
Right.
That's something I don't know. I don't want to come in here and be saying shit, but like that's something I would love to have be a big thing in this community. Just a lot of ops, because that's what my guys love, and that's what
Yeah.
Milsim is. Yeah. I don't want
There
to
hasn't
have
been a nearly
once a
enough
week ops like
operations.
fucking
Well,
dog parachute, because that would suck.
Because overall, we all know this, Battlefield 4 is dying. And with the Battlefield 1 beta, we can't do ops unless you're Roms the Bomb, who goes in there and fakes artillery and, or sorry, your boy Salad, I forgot that we voted on that, does artillery in a public match, and then you can tell he gets shot by a tank at the end. I mean,
Wasn't even artillery.
yeah,
That's whatever.
it was pretty funny.
I would like to, no offense, but this this is just kind of a personal opinion, but I think we should do like an open house calling all, players to like an open house tournament for knifing, defibbing, repair tool torch, bashing, just all the non-conventional killing methods, if you will, to a tournament or a match.
Yeah.
Last one standing wins, you know.
I feel like we
It's
need
like
to
a
bring your
pass.
series back where everybody goes on locker on the helo pad and have a knife off, because that would be interesting.
I'm sorry, but due to the last winner's request, I cannot, nor shall I ever, because that would entitle somebody coming out of retirement. I really don't want that person to come out of retirement.
Well then,
I'm not talking about me either. I'm just clarifying.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm a big ops guy, so
Yeah.
ops. That's it.
I definitely want to start seeing more vehicles and ops as well.
Exactly. Who is that?
Well, I mean,
What leader is
we
that?
did set up that weekly op thing, so after this meeting, we should be having ops. Everybody's up for it.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
there's a 7:30 operation with Lions down, and I think possibly even the 17th after this on Gomid, as far as just a simple, you know, kind of get back to the pace of things operation.
Yeah.
So, and that's probably gonna happen in about probably about like 20 minutes maybe.
Well, yeah, whenever this
One
meeting
thing-
gets over.
Yeah.
One thing that I do want to like talk to you guys about is I don't know who it was earlier, but it was somebody from Lions. I don't know if it was you, Pickle, or the old Lions leader, but the way that you guys, we were thinking about setting up ops with you guys, 17th and Lions then, and we were told that we would have to split up half of our team to the other team and then have the other half on one team. Like,
Oh no, we were
That's,
recommending. This is what we do with a lot of units, just to make it where it's not like one unit versus one unit. It's just one unit almost playing together. We do what we like to call schoolyard picking, where team captains and then just
Yeah.
they pick players.
right.
That's
But
what we'll do sometimes, you know. Other time, you know, like if we are going to have, you know, 3 different clans in this op, you know, it's kind of going on how it's going. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's kind of going on how it's going to have to be. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, what are you saying?
Like if you got 10 guys, you know, 5 would be on that side and 5 would be on the other side.
You're lagging.
You
for
know,
me.
and then
don't
if
know
I
it's
had
just
10 guys, if everybody had 10 guys, you know, half the guys would be on one side and half the guys would be on the other side. That's what I'm saying.
I'm sorry, can you repeat it again? You were lagging. My bad. Or for me, you were lagging. I didn't catch anything but the last part.
I think he lagged out.
Yeah. Was he lagging for you too, or was it just me?
No,
No,
Rodstorm
just
just
kinda-
lagged out. Wait, I'm
Well,
confused. Did
Pickle, why don't you translate for me?
pretty much what he's saying is like it's kind of necessary, because I know some units in this the Geneva don't have as sufficient numbers as everybody else. So if say they have 10 members and another group has 30 members, I mean it's not just you would need that other team to go against themselves, basically, not like that, but you know what I mean.
But I feel like
Half
at
their group
that
was in.
point, you can bring more smaller clans together to fight that one bigger clan. Because for my guys take pride in like having all of their, you know, their men by their side and fighting with their guys, and because like a thing that we did all the time in dog para was just go against each other no matter what. Like it was just half of this team on that team, half of the team on the other team, and it was just
It
that
was
every single time. And that gets
first
really
platoon
stale.
versus second platoon, and there was a big
Yeah.
ass rivalry, and it causes shit. I realize where you're coming from. But
To be honest with you, it's better off if you just have your squads on your squad side and organize and communicate, because not only is that good training for you, but it's training for the other team as well. I mean, if something happens, obviously we're mature enough and we're in an environment where you can just say, listen, like,
Yeah.
I don't know what happened there, I'll talk to them.
Exactly.
I mean, obviously if something goes wrong, you know, spot it, but if they're not gonna, you know, if they're not gonna be the ones to own up to it, then so be it. You know, again, like I tell my guys, they're expendable. We got other Milsims out there we can ask to join, you know, out the door, you know. So it's
Yeah.
not that
And you're-
hard.
You're saying, Doctor, your view is keep one clan on one team, or are you with the other side?
Well, if you want to split it, you can split it. You know, I don't have a problem with this. It's that sometimes the better
No, yeah,
training
I
is
agree.
to always have your unit cohesion
Together.
there, and to have your unit cohesion is to have everybody there. You know.
Well, what are your
Exactly.
guys doing? I'm
Right.
confused as fuck.
No, we're just talking about how you should
No,
have.
all of your guys just marched out of the room.
Oh, okay. They said they're out. They
Oh,
got
that's
bored.
beautiful. Oh, that's absolutely beautiful.
Security gets bored. Okay, that's great. But I think it does show diversity when you're running with a group that you've never met before. Because I know I've done this a few times where it's been team captains. I've just picked, and whenever there is the team captain thing, of course, people want to pick their own team because they realize like they run with those people. They understand them. Whenever I do it, I pick random people that I've never met before because I think it shows diversity when you run with somebody you've never met before and you swipe the whole team.
Right.
Well, at the same time, I mean, you know, the idea is that you're part of a unit.
Yeah.
You know, and then all of a sudden here you got guys on other sides and such. You know, and now it's like, well, you're not a unit anymore. You're just kind of.
I think the way I think about the Geneva is we are a unit, just with different branches almost.
Yeah. All we're doing is simply widening our windows. We're technically our own squadrons here. Every operation, everybody should be sitting down and, you know, kind of reviewing what it is that their guys did wrong or did right and kind of capitalize or invest in training. And, I mean, that's how I've always looked at it. I mean, you know, I'm sure there's other people who look at it that way, but that's just my take on it anyway. But that's why I think units should stay with units. And, you know, obviously different situations. If you're outnumbered, you're outnumbered. If you're,
Exactly.
you know, it's just the idea that you're ready for anything because, you know, there could be a Milsim out there one day that just comes out of the woodworks and says, fuck you, you know. And now it's serious and you're taking it seriously. And, you know, the idea is to have fun, you know. And if your unit can't be together, then they're not coheeding and they're not building as a team and training and practicing as a team. And honestly, that takes away from a part of the experience, you know.
Exactly. When your friend is on the other team and you're like, you're trained to play with him, it doesn't.
Right. The
Like, when
idea
you're
is that
trained-
first, second, and third squad have plans. They know how to communicate with one another. They know how to work well. And all of a sudden, here's first and third squad, second squad's on the other team, with people who they don't train with at all, or that they've had no experience with, and it just doesn't work out. You know, the reason why, for example, the 88th and the 89th could easily run through a go-mid situation on any war against anybody is simply because we were constantly training both units together all the time, all day, every day, and they were able to have that cohesion and have that communication and work the plans to a T, to the point where we're doing the same thing every time, and it was working because we knew the fallback situations, we knew the different situations, we knew how to calculate and adapt. It was good, you know. And at the same time, everyone was having fun, and that was exactly that, and that was kind of key. Just have fun.
Create
you know?
these
Have your
plays
guys together. Right.
Yeah. Create these plays together, and then half of your team gets put on the other team, and half of their team gets put on this team. And you're just like, what the fuck? It's like,
Yeah,
it doesn't work.
and then you don't know what the hell they're doing.
It's just a clusterfuck. Okay, I don't know. For me, the thing with like, for me, the amount of people that you have in your clan, or the amount of like people you have online at a time, represents how much you worked to get those people. So like, I don't think that, you know, because I worked hard to, or me and Biscuit worked hard to recruit a certain amount of people, that those people should sit out because the other team doesn't have the sufficient amount to match them. I don't know. I don't
It
think
should
that's
be a situational thing. It should simply be, hey, listen, you got a team of 32. If somebody goes down, you know, if you wanna supply the other team with people, be my guest. That's up to you, you know. But like I said, you know, these operations are meant to be training exercises, and I truly believe that if you do it together, you're doing it right. Because I've never heard of a unit ever being split up and then just being tossed in with different units and having your units on the other side. You know, if the 27th ICBT out of New York is doing a training exercise with the 182nd Division, and usually they're going to do it together, and the people on the other side are going to be a different unit that's coheeding with them and training them and making sure that they get prepped, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
It's not going to be you're on this side, you're on this side. I got guys in the same unit who are trying to achieve the same thing and train each other. You know.
Right. And the whole point of being in something like this, like a community like this, like the Geneva, is that if a problem does arise where, for example, one clan has more than the other clan, you can just call on somebody else in the Geneva to come help, not to come help, but to come show up and fill up that other enemy team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That way numbers
Right.
don't become an issue. Yeah. I really don't want to have to take out my guys out of, playing because the other team doesn't have enough people to facilitate and they want an even game. Like, the only way you get better at Milsim is fighting people who are better than you. That goes for pretty much every game or everything. Not better than you,
Yeah.
but against the odds. Exactly. Right. Not even change your tag, just show up and it's whatever. Like, it's no problem. Yeah. Just training, it's nothing. Nobody over here is being serious or getting mad at anything. It's just like, we want to do ops, we want to have fun. Awesome, yeah. That's
Yeah.
what's up.
Most of us are tired because we've seen too much crap occur on this on this game.
All the drama, dude, I
It's
get you.
getting to a point.
Yeah. And that's
Yeah.
why we created the community, honestly. Just, we brought a bunch of
Cut the
Milsims
shit,
that
just move
honestly
on.
wouldn't work with each other before just because they're like, oh, they're shady, and now we brought them together. And I like it.
And we just need to keep communicating with each other, just keep talking to each other, keep having these meetings. Everyone's gotta show up for these meetings, make time for these meetings, and everything's gonna go smoothly and all right.
You gotta remember that this is a game, and people do this to relax and have fun. Like, nobody wants to
Yeah.
come home to fucking, oh, you said I fucking suck, so
Yeah,
fuck
right.
you, dude.
Exactly.
Like, that's incredibly
Yeah.
annoying. That's
Mhm.
the worst thing.
It's like, shit, I'm just gonna appear offline for tonight.
Yeah. It's just like, no. AIDS.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna play some fucking Minecraft today. It's like, nah, dude, that fucking sucks. You wanna come home, you wanna play, you wanna do your Milsim? It's like, you should be able to do your Milsim.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, does anybody else have to bring anything up before we end this meeting?
Is there a way that we can like make that official where a clan doesn't have to be split up to facilitate the other team's smaller numbers? Like, can we,
In the first meeting we had agreed on like the rules of the ops were always
Oh.
specified out before the ops started, so I think that covers. I think that's
Yeah, I mean,
that'd be part of the
like we
rule.
said, if you want to
know.
extend a helping hand and tell some of your guys to get on the other side, then that's up to you guys. Again, that's something that should be in the moment. Obviously, if someone's like, "Hey, can you help me out?" and I'm like, "No, don't take it personally. It's just that I'm trying to train my guys for a situation, and this happens to be a situation I'm training them for."
correct. Okay.
I think I'm gonna say this because I'm obviously the smallest Milsim in here at this point, and probably have the least active players. Like right now, I have probably 4 out of 5 that are active.
That's
Like,
actually a
one of
lot
them-
of people.
No, but I have probably the
Percentage-wise,
smallest
yeah.
percentage-wise. It's big percentage-wise inside it, but like percentage-wise with everybody else in here, it's small. But I honestly say bring on the big numbers when it comes down to it. Like, I ain't scared to take on 30 guys, just 3 or 4 of us.
That's how you get better.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And none of my guys are scared to do that. They don't care. They just want to do ops. So.
Right. Yeah, okay. Awesome. Who was that? I know somebody had said earlier that they were like, they wanted to start doing more ops. Because we do 17th whenever we go back to Battlefield 4 after this, oh, there's my security. Right, yeah.
They took a piss break.
Yeah, they want to go eat.
You guys are in a union? Wow.
Want to start? Went to
What are the
Starbucks and back.
benefits like?
I smell marijuana. Who's got it? Who's got
I'm gonna have to
pot?
drug test one of you later.
Alright. What was I saying? I lost my train of thought. Oh, yeah, we wanted to go back to doing ops on the daily. We usually do. So if there was a unit that wants to do that with us, we'd love to. I don't know who it was that said it earlier that they wanted to do more ops, but
I think everybody
said it.
feels like that.
Yup.
We all
Okay,
want to do
everybody.
ops.
On the daily, like you guys would be up for that.
I mean,
I would, but
sometimes I got shit to
sometimes-
do, but
Yeah, I
true.
mean, like every day I can't be committing time to that. Obviously, there's other things going on, but we could definitely do a couple days here and there, sure.
Right, yeah, like you miss some days, it's no problem. Gotcha. Okay, so I would just to go about inviting you guys. What I just message in Geneva chat or what?
Yeah.
Like if I was
Just-
like, hey, anybody go?
Yeah,
Okay,
Geneva chat would be best. Yeah.
awesome. All right, man. Yep,
Give it.
that's exactly what I'm gonna
Yeah. Exactly.
Password.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah,
do
I'm
it,
down for
a good like 12 hours in advance, or some shit,
do. Right, right.
Hey,
So
we
it's
guys
not
will do it
just-
off in 30 minutes. Looking ass. And,
Right.
right,
Gotcha. All right, man. That's it. That's all I got.
Sweet.
Okay. So is that the end?
Anybody else? Anything else?
I can't
I'd like
think of anything.
I'd like to point out that Doctor's a small
Look at
penis.
everybody.
Is that how we're
Nah.
ending this?
Yeah. Shout out to Doctor the Small Penis, 17th and their weird ass security. My boy Killer. The God Almighty,
Peter.
your boy Salad. I'd like to shout out your boy Salad, honestly. And yeah, that's the end of the Geneva. Long live the king. Scouser for who dares.